Let's double save. There's like a hair in this button? I don't even understand how it would be there. Is this like a dog hair somehow? How? Oh, did we bring this over to Michael and Leslie's?
We must have.
I wonder. There seems like a dog hair in my A button.
There's a dog hair in my A button. We got the Gramble.
Double check that I saved. I'm pretty sure I did, but just like really make sure.
Shadow scene. Okay.
Oh, so we're doing more investigation.
Yes.
Okay.
Shadow.
Mr. Wright, so what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. Huh? Well, let's see. What is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room. What's this and the evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Well, that's what we're going to find out, or try to at least. Well, like, clearly somebody killed him in the evidence room and then tried to, like, plant it in his car, in Edgeworth's car. I don't know. I can't figure this out. There's something about it, but I can't quite put my finger on it yet. Alright, let's do it. Glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh? Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go. Science awaits us. Okay. Now we're back at the prosecutor's office. You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. That oil drum, was it empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. My sister erasing evidence at the crime scene? Never. Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister. That's not it at all. It's just, we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away. Hee hee hee. Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Huh? What's that grin for? This situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid. Luminol? Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But wouldn't the police have already done those tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try. Me? Why do I have to do it? I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet. We're testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it. Here, look. I'll lend you these glasses. Huh? You had an extra pair of those things? To test for a blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this, see? Press the A button to spray it on. Ooh, fancy. Ow. I'm bonking my leg. Okay, let's find us some blood stains. So, I mean, it would be like over here, right? Oh. Over here.
A little sad that this Golbat even paralyzed.
Yeah, we found it. We found it. Examine, 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 examine. I can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. So is this a blood stain?
Alright, swords dance.
It's so... Ugh. Emma, you're shaking. It's just... This is my first time seeing real blood. Scientific investigation in action. Okay, well, we definitely know that this is a blood stain. But doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course. What's odd about this, scientifically? The location, the amount of blood. Yeah, definitely the amount of blood. Like, why is it just a couple of drops? The perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? Don't you think there'd be a little more blood? I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the side of the victim, or on the sole of the victim's shoe. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there'd have to have been more blood than this.
Kind of cruel and dazzling flame and take out
Hey,
the
Mr. Wright. I'm gonna mark up the floor plans when we find a blood stain, okay? Okay, so we found blood there. See, I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah, and this stuff's pretty handy too. I saved up my allowance to buy that. Luminol testing fluid received from one very proud-looking Emma Sky. Solution used for scientific investigation finds blood traces. Spray to use. We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. Then let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day. Yeah. Feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it? Guess I should give this a spray on anything suspicious. Ha. I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Starr. You only trust your own eyes, Not bad, you two. This day-old deli box is on the house. Sorry, it's just that kind of lead-in doesn't really get my mouth watering. Today's trial. You certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Starr, but no, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from that security room right there, but I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry, you lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. You're not a detective anymore, though, honey. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? So you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Starr? Yes, it was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal, when they faced me, they coughed it up. Coughed it up?
So we at least got to
they confessed. They babbled like babies. You know. I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day I dragged the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect. And before long, they called me the cough-up queen. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches. I feel like the music is super fucking quiet now.
Okay, and we're at the point where we're supposed to go run after Justine.
Okay. And you were let go? Or fired? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator, and if these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. It's all because of that case, the SL9 incident. I mean, yeah, of course, because you're clearly trying to, like, make it seem like it was somebody else, but, like, I kind of think she did it. Or, like, she's trying to cover for somebody, one of her boyfriends, maybe, but I think she did it.
Yeah, that's super fun. Wow. Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna have to super YOLO all this.
All because of the SL9 incident. SL9? Lady Face!
I am just gonna have to...
Thank you for 27 months!
I know I've not been around much, but your presence means
did
a
pick
lot
up the
and
Ultra
gets me
Balls
through a
from
lot.
Phoenix City,
Thank
so
you,
we have
Phantom
3.
Price.
Lady Face, what do you mean? You definitely have been around. I love you so much. Thank you for the 27 months. Thank you for the follow.
Which alone is
Welcome in. Lady Face, how are ya? Thank you. For that 27 months. That is wild. Twitch recommended me to your stream. Nice! That's awesome. Well, welcome in. Doomed RPG, the Gibberish King. We love to see it. Hope you're having a good night. Let's see. What does she mean by this? SL9. Wait, she doesn't mean...
I'm gonna go ahead and Thunderwave this Miltank, and I'm gonna switch Mawile out.
Are we examining with spray? Am I supposed to examine stuff here again? It's about as red as a sports car can get. Yeah, pretty red, alright. The body was found in Edgeworth's car trunk. The lock on the trunk was broken too. So the question is, why did Miss Sky choose his car? What model car is it? I think it was called a sedan or a coupe, something like that. Those are car types, Mr. Wright, not models. You're a guy, aren't you, Mr. Wright? You're supposed to know these things. Maybe it is about time I got my driver's license.
Okay, let's get the alarm.
Okay, I mean, this does seem like maybe slightly different evidence. I can't tell. Just call me Doom or Doomed RPG for short. Awesome. Well, welcome in, Doom. It's great to have you. Been dealing with, shall we say, separating myself from a very toxic person has been making my brain feel vulnerable and doing the stories. Oh, I definitely understand. I get it. But I hope that you are doing a lot of self-care and that you'll be able to feel better soon. I'm just happy to see you whenever you are here. Okay, yeah, there's something different here. What's this tape? Rope? This rope, is it? Yep, they laid it in the outline of the victim's body. Oh, I see it now. Okay. So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. You've got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. Okay, well this is where we found the blood. We have A here. A block. This area is reserved for prosecutors. Defense attorneys are relegated to B block. I dream of the day when I will be able to park my car here. I'll go over to B block to buy my hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright. I'm not planning on giving up my job that soon. The fence. B block is through there. That's where visitors park. So, Miss Starr climbed over this fence? It seems so, yeah. That fence is 9 feet high at least. Well, no time like the present. I think I'll give it a little try. Well, no, she said she was in the security room now. Oh, well, she still said she went around and climbed over it. Okay. Eek. It's okay, don't cry. Maybe there's a Lunchland Olympics team. I don't think there's anything else over there. Let's slide back over here. Never seen this game before. It's an old game from, what, 3DS?
Regular DS.
Regular DS.
Yeah.
It was on the DS. We're towards the end of the game now. Not all the way at the end, but in the final case.
Okay. We're gonna deal with all this justy nonsense later.
Ladyface, I will cry. It's your top safe space.
I am a little sad that I used all those potions now instead of...
I'm gonna cry.
That's okay. Let me heal, and then we will wrap up, and we'll get started.
That was really nice. I hope that you feel better soon, though. I'm really sorry. This is the famous oil drum. No time like the present. I'll try to kick it over myself. Yeah.
Okay.
That didn't work. That's okay, don't cry. The Lanaska must be one strong woman. Oh, this is separate. This is the famous divider. It sure helped us knock a hole in that testimony today. Come to think of it, this divider helped out our case more than the actual witness. The great divider, a chip off the old parking block. It's just a wall, scientifically speaking. The phone. Here, a phone. Let's see if it works. Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. You know what? Now that I'm realizing it, I think this is all stuff we've already examined before. Because I remember this.
So what you were supposed to do here...
I talked to her. Am I supposed to just go somewhere?
Have you presented things to her yet?
No.
Present the knife and a couple of other things.
Gotcha. Okay, let's present this. Because she did just mention the incident. Well, duh, you silly goof? No, that means a lot. It really, really, really does.
It was rattled, okay.
I have the new 3DS XL at home and it's on life support. Got myself Switch OLED. No, well, no. 3DS XL. Have memory card issues. What if I want to play a 3DS game and force me to go back to factory settings just to continue the game? No, that's so annoying. I am playing this on Switch. So you can get it on Switch now. But it was originally DS era.
Probably next week, I guess. This is the end of the stream week. And
What do you think about this? The SL9 incident. It's written on that knife. And on that note. Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know. Really? Is that the case that he was on with the chief prosecutor, too?
Still trying to figure out exactly.
That knife was evidence from that case. The murder weapon. It was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected, SL9 isn't over. Not yet. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to send that chat. I was talking to Siri. No worries. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident?
It's pretty good progress with Pokemon 3, so I want to keep running that.
Do I need to show her the note as well?
Progressing in this game.
Probably.
Yes.
What do you think about this? SL9 incident. It's written on that knife and on that note. Maybe those are prompting the same cutscene. Yeah, it was. Sia with the raid?
Hey, what a surprise.
What a little sneakster from across the couch. Well, go follow Sia if you don't already. How was your stream?
It was pretty good. We had a tough battle, but we survived, so.
Nice. Do you want me to turn off CO cam?
Yeah, I'm gonna start making dinner soon.
Okay, I'll probably take a break in a little bit.
Okay.
Hopefully between this investigation and the rest of the trial is what I'm planning for, but I don't know how long this is gonna take, so.
You may need to do it.
Okay, I'll probably do it before then, but welcome everybody from CO's stream, and welcome to all of this.
Hi.
Splee, thanks for coming on that raid. I feel like probably our viewership is overlapping right now anyway, but that's alright. I love you all. Thanks for being here, and thanks for being here twice if you're here twice now. As I suspected, SL9 isn't over, not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? Why is she not telling us more? It's also funny to me that it labels yourself as a raider. Like, yeah, thanks Twitch. Wait, that's weird. I don't even have it labeled like that for me.
Did you present the note?
Yeah, I presented the knife and the note.
Then also present the ID and the crime photo.
Oh. Okay. Here's the ID. Had one of those up until 2 years ago. Back when you were the cough up queen, right? We found this ID card here in this parking lot. Well, there's no mistaking that. It's definitely Goodman's. But it's the same ID as the man who was killed at the police department. That's impossible. I wish I could be so sure. What was the other one?
My crime photo.
Gotcha. If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room. But even I get flustered sometimes. So you went straight to the scene of the crime? I rushed towards the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime? Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The whole of my testimony, as it were. The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Starr. You lying was the problem. Listen, little girl, I've had my testimony disregarded before. And I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time. That time? Do we have another talking point? Yes! SL9 incident! She looks like something from Team Rocket. She's beautiful, but she's not great.
Beautiful, but she's not great.
I did. The incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable? To who? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I'd ever handled. Just the guy. Okay. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So they didn't solve it? On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed? Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence. Not a shred. What? But the criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence of a sort. Made up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those? Myself and one other person you know well. Wait, could it be? Exactly. Detective Jake Marshall. Oops, I mean Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. Let's see. Doom, thanks so much for the lurk. I really appreciate it. Sorry, I'm usually much more, like, interactive with chat, but this game has so much reading and stuff, and I'm just trying to, like, finish it. Let's see. Detective Marshall. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined. And then it was over, and he was demoted. That pulled pork smells amazing. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9? There's another side to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait, those lunches you sell? There's only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends. Boyfriends that can help me investigate. Miss Starr's old boyfriends. How many does she have anyway? Just when all the detectives on SL9 have disappeared, we find new evidence. There has to be a connection. So, Rookie, what? It seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes. Then you should take this. A Salisbury steak lunch?
Would you prefer shredded pork instead?
Oh. Mm-hmm. Oh my god. Oh my god. The pulled pork. It is good. Holy shit. That was delicious. I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. Steak lunch received from Miss Starr. Received from Miss Starr. Excellent for putting Officer Marshall in a good mood. Miss Starr? Officer Marshall, is he your, are you going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now, he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall. Well, is there anything else I have to present her with?
No, I think that was it.
Okay. Maybe we move and try to talk to... Oh? I tried to go to the detention center and it's giving me some green. I might go to the bathroom and stuff before this.
Well, why don't you just take a break now then?
That's what I'm thinking, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, that's what I meant by go to the bathroom and stuff. Okay, I think I'm gonna take a break because this investigation is kind of thorough and let's check in at this here detention center. Looks like Miss Sky is in questioning. I hope the detectives aren't yelling at her. How did you kill him in 2 places at the same time? Can you imagine? How's she supposed to answer that? Wait a second. Didn't Mr. Gant say they'd arrested a suspect in the police department murder? Let's come back later. Oh, okay. Let's go to criminal affairs. Slee, thank you for the welcome back. Appreciate you. How are you doing? How's your night going? Wow, everyone looks deadly serious here. Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective down at the police department. Yes, but the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's lot. Ugh, it makes my head hurt. Well, first things first, let's go check out the police department crime scene. Yes, you sound dead set on investigating. It even shows you as a raider, but like I don't have that turned on. I'm confused. Can you have it turned on as a mod? Like as a personal mod tool? I got you. Okay. I was like, no, I don't even have that turned on here. Okay. That makes more sense. I was like, I don't see any of that. To be fair, I mean, I did have CO's stream open and rated into my own stream. It's true. Was I supposed to click on this or no? I'm confused. I don't know if I was supposed to click that or not. Oh, no, I wasn't. Okay. Oh, it's not wrong, just silly. Well, and it's only supposed to last for like 15 minutes, too. I wonder if it's still there. Is it still there? But don't mess up or we could wind up dead. I doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. But it doesn't look like anyone's gonna help us much either. Let's see if we can examine anything. These are detectives' desks. There are computers and files on each one. Funny, they're a lot tidier than I'd expect. I guess the detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desks. This guy. So this is the police mascot, is it? The Blue Badger, the future star of the police force. The design's a little changed from the one outside. Ah, well, the Dancing Blue Badger TM is still under development, you see. You have it trademarked? Absolutely. It's cutting-edge stuff. Very now. I showed this doll here to my daughter, and she burst into tears. Don't show her the moving walk-up outside, then. You'll give her nightmares. Didn't mean to fall asleep. Well, was it a good nap, at least? A poster of a female police officer. Wait, no. That's the latest Babes in Uniform calendar. My bad. There's some weird sounds out there right now. That must be the chief of detectives. He's glued to his computer screen. What? Detective killed in the evidence room. Tell no one outside the police department. No, I told that old lady at the restaurant everything. Oh my god, what? Someone's getting a demotion. It was a Gracie nap, so yes, that sounds incredible, Momo. Give her some pets from me. This guy. That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. I know. The killer used dry ice. If you put it between the latch and the door, the room could be sealed shut. This is good. I'll win a writer's award for sure. He's not writing a report, he's writing a novel. Okay, I think we've searched everything we can search. I guess we move again? Oh, police department entrance, maybe? Yeah. Alright. It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. I suppose it makes sense. A detective did get killed here after all. So the evidence room, the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk, here it is. She's like a kid at an amusement park. Oh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. Oh, can we go actually, like, into the evidence room? Blue Badger's still writhing around today. Glad we get to see it. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's dancing. Speaking of dancing, the whole police department has been dancing around like crazy since yesterday. Can I take out his batteries? I just can't help but feel he's going to do something naughty. Yeah, no, he's terrifying. That is a blue handprint on his face, apparently, not crying. Usual wanted posters are hanging up on the bulletin board here. Okay, no, all of this is still the same as it was before. Guard station is new. Okay, we're coming in. Oh, this must be Woody's office. Or whatever his name is. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So beyond that door is the evidence room, the scene of the crime? It sure seems that way. Oh. Oh. What's wrong? It's those cacti. They're so prickly, so imposing. It's hard to think straight. If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is if this is a guard station, where's the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. I think we all do. Drinking on the job, though? Looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. I bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and out of there. There's a security guard uniform hanging here. It looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What was that called again? A punchy? A paunchy? A pinchy? I know, a poochie. Wait, maybe that wasn't it. It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. Yipes, these sure are prickly. They must be the real deal. I would think just one big one would be sufficient. These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. How so? Encased in a cold, rigid shell with spines pointing in every direction, just like her. I'm not so sure I see the resemblance. It's more an attitude thing than a physical similarity. The swinging door makes the place look like some kind of saloon. But look, it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way. Of course not. If you went in through here, the cactus would fall over. Ouch. I'd say it'd be more of a yarg myself. Look on the floor, a lasso. Looks like it's set up to trap something. A trap here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here. But the lasso missed. You sure have an active imagination. The evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it'd be open? I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. You have an ID card. Oh. Can I, like... Can we, like, use the ID card? No? That'd be too easy. Well, it looks like this is what we're supposed to do, though. Okay. This place is charged with frantic energy, as always. Please? Huh, wasn't that? One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you. Detective Gumshoe. Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Now's no time for despair. We've caught our criminal, now we just need evidence. The criminal, you mean? You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal? On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? And the perpetrator, do you have a suspect? There was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch pronto. Standing around here talking isn't gonna fill my belly. Wait, don't leave. If you want to know more, head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later. Oh, so now I go back to the detention center is why they told me to come back later. He ran off to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start. I feel like we have to go back in here? To get to the detention center, yes, okay. Okay, now we're back in the visitor's room. Still, I do feel better about things, a little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Best to not go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing. Whee! What was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator? I'd say I was the perpetrated against, sir. That's what I'd say. This guy. Hi, greetings, sir. Wait, I know who you are. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm here at the request of the chief. I've got your report, sir. Officer Meekins, so you're a guard here at the detention center? No, sir, I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman, sir. Like a little lost lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report? No, sir. How should I say this? Wait, he isn't. Is he? You, Officer Meekins, you didn't... Did you? Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir. What? What? Now, this is an unexpected turn of events. Yeah, I'd say so. The day of the crime. Sir, I'm a patrolman with General Affairs, sir. Sir. Ow, I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I had some business that day, sir, and so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir. So normally there's a guard at the evidence room? That's right, sir, because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now, the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall? Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. A suspicious person. Yeah, wow. What the heck is this guy doing? So what happened then? After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here in the detention center. How long were you out? Days? Might I ask what happened to your hand? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir, so I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. A bandage on his hand? Just like Miss Sky. Interesting. Opposite hands. Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. About your hand, did that happen during the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir, don't you think you should just confess? But there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do. So to tell the truth, when it happened, when the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. The next thing you knew, you were, huh? Then when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir, all alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared. What? Then when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hand, sir. Oh, the shock. Oh, the sorrow, sir. Can you imagine how I felt? The way he says sir just reminds me of that girl from, like, the Peanuts, who says sir all the time. The victim's body disappeared? That's some story. I don't mean to pry, but you're the perpetrator. You are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. Do you have to label me as perpetrator or victim, sir? Then label me victim. I would, but you happen to be in detention, and alive and well at that. Ah, yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. So you didn't know him. Sir, I work in a tiny department devoid of light or other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives. So if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. Do we need to present something to him? Maybe this? Officer Meekins, this is for you. Eek, I'm scared of knives, sir. It's okay, I just wanted you to take a look at it. That's it, sir. Last night, sir. That's the one. I was an apple, sir, in my dreams, sir, and I was being peeled. On second thought, you don't have to look at the knife. He's overreacting to the knife, but I guess he's been through a lot. Maybe this? I don't know. Sorry, sir, but I have no idea what that is. Maybe you should ask Mr. Edgeworth. He's passing the buck. Maybe I don't need to show him anything here? I feel a little bit lost right now. Maybe back to the guard station? No. Okay. The only place I haven't gone is the law offices. The mystery of the victim. Go to the police department? The evidence room? Well... But I couldn't. I mean, there has to be something here. I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. Well, where is he? I feel lost. I know, I'm trying to figure it out, and I can't figure it out.
Did you present the ID to Meekins?
No, I presented some other stuff, but not that.
Present the ID.
Thank you.
Yep.
I could tell there might have had to be something more here because of the way he was paused, but like I couldn't figure out what, and I didn't want to just present everything. Okay, let's present this ID. Hey, that's it, sir, that's it. That's what? My head was a blank until this very moment, but sir, now I remember. I remember, sir. You mean you remember what happened? Correct, that card. That card was the cause of it all. This ID card? Exactly, sir, that's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir, nothing. I better pry into this one a little deeper.
You can talk to him again.
Oh.
When he says that, there's another thing for you to...
Okay, no, that's fine. I thought I had to present it again? messed it up. No. Talk. Okay, crime details. Can you tell me what it is you do remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a lost little patrolman, a lost little lamb, if you will. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman, who was in the evidence room, and that's why you thought he looked suspicious. So I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card. Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far. That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. What? Sir, I assure you I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leapt at him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him. Do unto others before they do unto you. My own father's words, sir. What happened then? Well, my eyes, sir, everything went white. When I awoke, I was here. Right. Reason for arrest. So, Officer Meekins, why was it that they arrested you? What do you mean, Emma? Let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman, and the victim whom he met at the scene of the crime didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. I mean, yeah, it could have been somebody who had his ID card and didn't, like, was there for some other reason. To steal the evidence, obviously. Okay. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines. Huh? But you still ended up here? They told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day at that time, Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. But you don't remember the events clearly? No, but the videotape is quite clear. Huh? Videotape? From the security camera. The crime, my crime, the crime I swore to stamp out. It's there. It's me. It's on tape. And you waited until now to tell us this? I'm sorry, really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it. No thanks, I have my own. Well, guess we better go check out the crime scene. There we go, okay. Do I need to, like, present something to her? I have no more talking points.
Says go back to criminal affairs.
Oh, why did it say the crime scene? Oops, I pressed the wrong
I
button.
think you're going there eventually, but
Gotcha. Okay, I would have thought to come here. Hey, Mr. Wright, look who's standing at the Chief of Detectives desk. It's Police Chief Gant. And you're sure this is all? You know what it means if there's anything missing? Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, hats, under his seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away. Deal? Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. The Chief of Detectives looks a little flustered. Aha, righto, my boy. How you been? Swim much? Oh, Chief Gant, reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? Okay. Edgeworth. Is Edgeworth gonna be okay? Oh, Worthy? Oh, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Yep, well, they've had no end of trouble with the boys since last year. You mean the incident on Gourd Lake? It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right, Righto? Von Karma. A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court you fixed it, so he was caught for forging evidence. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say. Why, they do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what the inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. What? Crunch, welcome back. Didn't tidy until literally 15 minutes ago, but I got there eventually. That's okay. Food update, pulled pork mac and cheese, Prince Joe Gasm. I can't wait to have it, but I'm not at a save point yet, so. May have been distracted by a JRPG. Very fair. Shoutouts to Bun's Clip Show for that one. Absolutely. Alright, let's see what he says about the evidence room incident. It's downright odd, I tell you. The detective getting killed on their turf, too, I mean. They're being the prosecutors, I assume. Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. What evidence is this? Now, Righto, I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive and I can't talk about it. I wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets, can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives trap shut. He was the one you were picking on earlier? Huh, you saw that? Whoops. I wonder what it was that he wanted the chief of detectives to do. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. Do we present something then? Would have never thought to re-examine that. Okay. Oh, sorry you had to see that. What exactly did the chief of police want you to do? Well, see over there? That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here? Of course not. Well, except for this. What, you kept something? Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. A lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something? The date on it is February 21st. Better make a note of that, just in case. Goodman's lost item report added to the court record. Was he reporting that the knife was lost?
Yes.
A half-written document dated 2/21 can only be submitted to the chief of police. Should really get back to investigating the police department crime scene. Okay. Oh, we need his permission to enter. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Well, I never thought the day would come when Righto asked me for help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. Oh, his paws. Now, Righto. Actually, I'm sorry. I don't need to investigate after all. Righto, please. Do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Heck, if anyone asks me, sir, can I borrow $50? I give them $50. No problem. So go ahead. Investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. Just goes to show you never know until you ask. And for you, here, you can borrow this. Huh? Hey, this is a detective's ID card, isn't it? That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. Yes, sir. It's an honor. It looks like it says Bruce Goodman still. That's hilarious. You just run along and do your best now. Later, folks. Heh, it looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think of real ID. You seem happy. Yes, sir, because, sir, we get to go into the evidence room now, sir. I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. Yes, examine this again. The evidence room is beyond that door. And we have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. It won't open. Aha, the card reader is turned off, see? What is that security guard thinking? Howdy, partners. Well, what's made my Bambina's sky so gray? Officer Marshall. Why does it have to be him? We already knew it was. What's that why does it have to be him look for? As you may have surmised, this here's my saloon. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Yeehaw! That card you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw. Well, what you standing there for? Get along, little doggies. The crime scene's waiting. Beep. Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you, hombres. You're busy then? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us, hombres. Evidence room, please. I want to eat. Let's go. It's quiet. The investigation must be over here. Oh, must be over here.
Must be over.
That was very confusing. Oh my. Thing moved. Okay, don't know how that's supposed to go. Probably tight. Sorry, my mic arm is being weird. Okay.
It looks like the evidence room stuff is the last segment.
Okay, before the trial again?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, then after this is where we'll end tonight then.
Yeah, that would be a good call.
So this is the evidence room. It really is kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. Eek. Whoa. Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So is it true what I heard? Right, oh please, do I look like a selfish man? Heck, if anyone asks me, sir, can I borrow $50? I give him $50. No problem. Go ahead, investigate. Yeah, it's true. So Chief of Police Gant will loan anyone $50? Even me? Oh, so that's what you were talking about? Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today? Boss for a day. But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for a day. Gee, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this. Evidence room floor plans. Scene of the stabbing of a detective at the PD. So Detective Gumshoe, your boss for the day? That's right. It's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation. Again. I'm adamant, though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe? Haha, of course. I'm a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal. Only you can open? This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Using their ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. I'm on my 3rd card since entering the force already. That sounds like a lot. Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint. Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. So the only locker we can open is our own. Funny, they look like normal lockers. These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see? The handles? On the other side of the handles is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches it, zap, you get a shock. If that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. Evidence locker added to the court record. Only the assigned detective's prints can unlock it. Indicator lamp lights up when it's open. I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth no matter what happens. So Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee now, right? They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today. I see. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. Maybe I need to present something? About Edgeworth? Yeah.
Present with the switchblade or the note.
Okay, I was thinking the note. Detective Goodman's note and that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. Because of the SL9 connection? That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would evidence from that case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. Now, that was a bloody, violent case. Violent? So it was a murder? A serial killing. A serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. And this was 2 years ago? That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight, and started the rumor mill. Rumors about forged evidence? It was supposed to be all cleaned up within the transferal the other day. Or with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh, what do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see? So, that switchblade knife. The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself? This? Allow me to say one thing, speaking as a detective. If I see a piece of evidence I know nothing about, I say nothing. Nothing. That's fine. You bet it's fine, pal. Oh, okay.
This is another one of those cases where you can now talk to him about more things since you presented.
I already did.
Oh,
And it sounded like there was supposed to be something else after the...
present him with the ID card record.
This? A record of it? Just the ID card. That's the victim Detective Goodman's ID card. These days, everything's cards and secret numbers. I can never relax. That's only because you always lose your card. I always forget my secret number, too. My face should be ID enough. What's the world coming to? Detective Gumshoe, rebel against the system.
Go back a room. You missed something in the previous room.
Oh.
Present the ID here.
Oh. The sheriffs back in the Wild West didn't place much faith in evidence. About the only thing they trusted was their shooting hand. This is neither Wild nor West here. Aha, but that and this are two different things entirely. I guess so? Huh, I'm lost. Looks like we need some evidence to get anywhere with this guy.
Oh, present him with the lunch first.
Oh, right. Oh my god. I didn't present him with anything. He just let me in. That smell, reminds me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby? Yeah, Miss Starr. What's this? What? What's wrong? A filet steak lunch? I see. I see. I don't see. I wonder what it means. Steak lunch given to Officer Marshall. Alright, Bambina, you win. Ask anything. Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk. Here we go. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right? You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. Oh, that poor little doggy. Poor guy, I keep getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know? So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy. Note, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take to machines that much. Kind of like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know? I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with mistakes. The easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras. Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. You're the security guard, and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. Thus the card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. Okay. I mean, yeah, that one went in at 5:14. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that. Huh? I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there's some way I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing. Oh, and that's when we'll show the thing. Okay. Miss Starr told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole and a prairie fire. You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Starr, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened. Oh yeah, I was definitely supposed to do this before I went in and talked to Gumshoe. Whoops. There's some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago? The day of our case. That's right. The evidence transferals. Edgeworth was talking about the transferals too. Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferal thing is about? We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years, so we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? So what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the county sheriff's department. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. And that happened to SL9 2 days ago. Okay, now we present with the ID card. See this? This is the victim's ID card. Oh, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot? The number on this is 5842189. Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again. 5842189. There it is. It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world. So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. But wait, what did Officer Meekins say? So I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. If he had his ID card then, why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card record. Woo! Added to our court record. I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. Am I good now?
I think so. Yeah, now you present Gumshoe with the ID card record.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. Present. Ooh, nice. What kind of pizza do you have, Crunch? Could you take a look at this? This is the ID record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. Oh, I heard the rumors. So it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa! What is it? That second number. It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth! bum, bum, bum. What? The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth. What? ID card record updated in the court record. Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? So his was at 440. And I mean, could be why that knife ended up in his exhaust pipe. I wonder who was in there at 450. And especially the other one that was in there at 515, of course. Wow. Do I need to present something else?
Look right. No, you're down here. Slide.
Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case. The case? The SL9 incident, pal. See the sticker on one of the pieces there? Another piece of SL9 evidence. Take a closer look. I wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broke. You want to try to put it back together? Ha, good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up. That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place. Oh, it wants me to really do this. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, boy. All right.
Do you want me to just help you with this?
Probably, yeah, because I'm really tired.
Okay, select fragment 5.
Do I need to rotate it?
You have to examine and check out closer first.
What? Maybe some of the pieces are missing.
Okay.
I don't
I was
know.
gonna say give it a shot after you examine more stuff, I guess. Examine the flap hanging out of the left-hand locker and the glove hanging from the police tape.
Someone left a glove here, but only one. Detective Gumshoe, maybe? There you go, pal. Making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. Rubber glove added to the court record.
Okay.
Here's an open thing. This one's open. The red indicator light above the door is lit. That locker is coated with Detective Goodman's fingerprint. Detective Goodman's locker. Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that? Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it. It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere.
Okay.
You said there's another one that has something hanging out of it?
Examine the flap hanging out of the left-hand locker.
Oh. There's something sticking out of here. Looks like a shirt. I guess it must be evidence for some case. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here. There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet that evidence locker was opened recently. How do you know? If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence? Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot, too. I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat either. If you're gonna talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal. This place is stuffed with evidence, stuffed with dreams. I'm not so sure about the dreams. Oof. It won't open. Did you really think it would?
Go back to the broken pieces.
Then you have to do that now. Examine them again.
Here.
Yeah.
Also must have broken something big. Look for other evidence?
Take a closer look. You have to do the puzzle now.
Oh, well, I wasn't sure if I had to find other stuff to go with it.
Okay, so take
Fragment 5, you may need to rotate it a bit. And drag them
There we go.
Fragment 4.
There we go.
Fragment 6. You would normally just do this by trying to just rotate it all anyway, so.
That makes sense. I'm just tired.
Fragment 1.
It's probably the one way I didn't do it. Oh, okay, there we go. There we go. Oh, it's still missing a piece though. Huh. Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing. Yeah, I got that far too in 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it. Were some pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with. Still, it doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar. I kind of understand how it got broken. Unstable jar added to the court record.
Now go to your court record and use the aluminum again.
Oh.
And you're gonna spray it behind the yellow tape.
Oh, yeah.
And
All over the ground.
Handprint.
and the suspicious locker.
Yep, there it is. Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if he fled out the door. This just might be something significant. Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. But this is called luminol testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow $50 from the chief. Where do you get this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order. Well, I better jot this down on the floor plans. Okay.
I think you have to go back and spray those spots a couple of times.
Gotcha.
Which is why it like kind of showed up the first time, but not really.
Oh, I sprayed too many spots and didn't like click back over it.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. So, okay. The way that the victim's shoe had blood on the bottom of it, clearly he was here, but like killed somebody else and then got killed or something. Something to where he stepped in this pool of blood. Or he was murdered here but then taken to the other place to make it seem like it happened at the other place. I don't know. There's something going on here. Not a professional. What's your opinion, detective? Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien. This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans. Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. Speedrunning Yoshi's Island while listening to your stream. It's fun. I love that. Good luck speedruns. It's great to listen to. Y'all are the best. Thanks. I knew it. This is someone's right handprint. What? What's the matter, detective? This locker. It's mine. It's yours? Please. You have to help me when they come to take me away. Promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. What? But you're a detective. Hey, pal, look at the time. Was there something you needed to be going to? It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm gonna go give them my report for the day. It might help, you know? Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? The one that says nothing but no problems? Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him. Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe? I'm off, pal. Later. I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say, too. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, go see what Edgeworth has to say, and then you get...
I'm so tired, like my food is getting cold.
You get like 2 more pieces of evidence and then the save point.
Where is Edgeworth?
The high prosecutor's office. Criminal affairs,
I want to say here. Yeah. Okay, hurry up. Ah, guess. My apologies. You? The man with Miss May?
Flashback.
Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long. Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. He's mad. Right. He has the hotel bring him tea service? Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry? I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Ah, yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. So how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again? I've heard them say that so many times, ever since that case 2 years ago. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However, something happened? They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department? Yes. Any further investigation for this case will be directed by the chief of police, Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why, I ask you, why? All along, I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of, but still. Wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts.
Are you done talking to him?
Yeah, do I present?
Present the ID card record.
Oh, right. I better check this now. As I was saying, What's this? A record of ID card usage. Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go. By Chief Gant, no less. The chief of police? He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. I better make a note of it. Unrelated evidence, screwdriver added to the court record. Stubborn as always, I told you this has nothing to do with the current case.
And then present the switchblade knife.
I know you. You've probably got a hold of some information already, right? It all has to do with that case you were on, the SL9 incident, and some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. You're the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. He must be talking about his father's murder in the elevator. Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth.
Go back.
The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time, Damon Gant. That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago too then. He was a top officer and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? What I want to know is why was the deputy chief of police on the investigation? In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't... Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you were still studying forensic science. Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminol testing fluid, Well then, you might have use for this. Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints! Oh! It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know. I have no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? Fingerprint set and fingerprint file received.
So now go back to the evidence room, and then this is right before the save.
Okay, I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. That's true.
I guess I could have just let you read that.
Yep, that's okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to help you through
No,
this as we can.
it's fine. I skipped over some dialogue is why. Okay, our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. Here in this blood on the detective's evidence locker. Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. A finger? Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print. Probably the index finger. I really can't tell the difference at a glance. Quit procrastinating and choose a finger. Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes. First, we sprinkle the aluminum powder around. Huh? How do you do that? With the A button, see? Oh my god. Ah, it looks like that did the trick.
It's a good thing she has an A button.
Right. The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. Huh? How do I do that? With the X button. Stop it. Exciting, I know. Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. See? Wow, that looks like fun. It's fine, it won't go up your nose or anything. Okay.
So just pour it on thick everywhere and then blow it away. Kind of in like the main middle go up. The fingerprint is pretty big. You're gonna have to fill up the... Yeah, there you go.
Is this like the DS screen?
Yes. Normally you'd be doing this with the stylus. And then actually...
blowing it, yeah.
Okay, that should probably be good. Blow it away with X.
Yay! You found one, but this looks nothing like a fingerprint.
You might have to do the thumb.
Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't. The thumb just looked like it was at a weird angle. What does it mean? I think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck?
I just had a tutorial.
The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here. Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints? Okay. Oh, wait. Yeah, I just noticed one. Hold on. Hold on. Move!
I just noticed.
I'm like, your fucking dialogue is covering it, actually.
Just do it up. It's always just gonna be
In the middle like that. We got one.
If you need to do more, which you think you do, just do the top and the sides. That's normally where it's picking. It'll just do the dialogue when it's done.
Okay. Wow. Yay, a print so clear it's dazzling. Dazzling. Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away. It's quite a process. There's no point in finding a fingerprint not knowing who the owner is, right? I guess she's right. Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth, and point out the person you think left these prints. Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was? I could make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So whose fingerprints would we most likely find on this evidence locker?
You scroll over to find someone.
Gumshoe.
Yep.
Wow. Wow. Match found.
Fingerprint.
I mean, it's his locker, though.
Yeah.
So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look. I guess that's probably because I was thinking so what. Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out.
I think you have to use the...
There was a handprint here. Okay, want to try using this. Check for prints. Have to warn you about something first. What? The area with the blood was wiped away, right? We only ended up finding it using chemical means. Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too. Oh, right. So that means no prints. Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high? Don't ask me. Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand.
So I'll help you here. Examine where the handprint's ring finger should be.
It doesn't let you? It's not letting me do anything. Oh? Or it made me do it right there, I don't know. It wasn't lighting up yellow anywhere else. I gave it my best shot. That kind of result won't be any good for matching prints, but it doesn't look like we'll get a clear result from this print. Okay, let's try a different finger then. Oh, I see. No? Did I not just try right there?
No, you tried the other one. No, maybe it was the other one.
Well, now I don't know which one I tried. This is really annoying.
This is the last thing you have to
I know,
do.
I'm just so tired and I could, like, my food is so cold.
Do the top part again. That is the print for you. Use blow away now. You don't have to do the entire thing.
It makes it seem like you do. It's him.
Bum, bum, bum.
Comparison complete. Match found. Oh shit. Hey, these fingerprints, whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? Marshall's fingerprints added to the court record. Found on a bloody handprint left in the evidence room. The print had been wiped. That's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. I mean, he was the one guarding the crime scene for some reason. Emma, this is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. The luminol reaction. The blood and the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh. Oh. So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped blood stain. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. But why would Officer Marshall? It looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence. I don't believe it. Fade to black.
Bum.
Oh, thank God, I'm so fucking tired.
Make sure it saves.
I will. I'm so tired.
Okay, it's saving. Save your progress at this point.
I just want to put on just chatting so I don't get any raids. I'm so tired.
I just want to make sure it saves.
I know.
You don't have to do that anymore.
Yes. Another yes. Okay. And I can just
Yep.
close it. Okay. We're good. Cute that I thought I was going to finish this weekend.
Yeah.
I've tried though.
I think we were also planning on potentially getting started earlier yesterday and being able to
True.
work through more of it.
True. Okay. Well, thank you everybody for hanging out. Oh, CO Cam is still on.
That's okay. Hi, everyone.
I'll close it. Okay. I'm also mad because I feel like the person I wanted to raid is probably done now. No, she's still on.
She's big.
I don't care.
Okay, we'll hurry and raid that because you gotta go.
Actually, I'm on my phone.
Okay. Raid 2. Okay. We're gonna raid Queen. / raid Queen of Pockets. It's her birthday. She's probably about to raid somebody because she's already past her 12 hours. So, I love you all. I will be back on Tuesday. I will post an actual schedule for next week. Why does it say Queen of Pockets on my overlay?
Because you're listening to Queen and it's showing up as
Oh my God.